Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sean Lyttle with the Law Office of Sean D. Lyttle, where we're committed to lighting your way forward. Welcome to our third episode of 3-Minute Legal Learning. As a family law attorney, I often get asked some version of essentially the same question. That question, which I'm going to try briefly to answer for you today, goes something like this. I'm in the middle of a custody battle with my ex. I really love my kids and I want to spend as much time as possible and be a big part of their lives. How do I make sure that the judge gives me the most time that I can get with my kids? Now, to answer that question, we have to start with a fundamental assumption that's built into Nevada law. And it's an assumption I've talked about before on 3-Minute Legal Learning, namely that absent some extraordinary circumstances, like domestic or child abuse, for example, children are generally supposed to have a continual and meaningful relationship with both their parents. What does that mean? Well, it means that if your objective is truly to remain a big part of your children's lives, then Nevada law is already effectively on your side from the very beginning of your case. Now, of course, your ex probably has the same objective. And that means that the law is most likely also on his or her side in exactly the same way. That's why the default or starting point for most child custody cases here in Nevada is 50-50 joint custody. In other words, the children should ideally spend roughly equal time with both parents because that is what's presumed to be in the child's best interest. Now, in practical terms, because of your work schedule, your kid's school schedule, other commitments that you may have, you may not end up with a true 50-50 arrangement, but that's not something that should upset you. After all, you want to make sure that your custody time with your kids maximizes the time that you actually spend with them, right? For example, spending a Sunday afternoon doing something fun together is obviously preferable to spending time while you're at work and the kids are at school or something like that. And the courts are going to take all that into consideration when formulating your custody schedule. The bottom line here is that unless you've already done something pretty awful to your kids in recent history, Nevada law is going to support your desire to remain a big part of your children's lives. Being that big part of their lives is effectively yours to lose. So with that in mind, what is the best way to make sure that you get the custody arrangement you want? It's really pretty simple. Keep being the best parent you can be. And keep your focus where it always has been since your children were born, which is on what is best for them. If you need representation in a custody matter, please give us a call, 702-982-6164. As always, thank you for tuning in to 3-Minute Legal Learning, and feel free to leave comments for future topics, suggestions in the comments. I'd appreciate it. See you next time.